Hello friends, in this video tutorial we have covered one topic on Codeigniter framework. And here we have discussed how can we send an email in Codeigniter framework with attachment. We have already discussed different topic on sending of email in PHP using PHP mailer class, but now we have learned how to send email in Codeigniter. Because Codeigniter framework has its own email library for send an email. So in this part we will discuss how to use Codeigniter library for send an email with attachment. Now we have start discussing. We have already download Codeigniter, so now first we have go to application folder and in it we have go to config folder. Under this first we have open config.php file and here first we have set base URL of our folder. After this we have open autoload.php file and under this first we have defined session library in library array and in helper array we have defined URL and file helper. So when Codeigniter application has been loaded, then this define libraries and helper will be loaded. Now in browser we have passed base URL and press enter, so here we can see welcome page of this Codeigniter framework. Now we have already created one controller with name sendmail.php in controller folder. We will use this controller for send email with attachment. Under this controller we have create one function index, so when we have called this controller this function will be called. When this controller called, then we want to view one application form with attachment, and in that form user can fill details and attach file and click on submit. Then that details will be sent via email to admin of site with file attachment. So here we have write $this with load class object with view method, and under this we have write send mail, which is name of view file which we have already created. So when this controller called, then index function will be called and it will load sendmail.php view file from views folder. Now we have go to views folder and here we can see send email.php view file, and under this file we have already loaded jQuery and Bootstrap library. Under this view file we have to define one form for programmer who can fill their details and they can also attach their resume also. So here we have write form tag with attribute method is equal to post and encryption type is equal to multi-part form data. This is required in form when we want to upload file on server. Here in form we have write action attribute is equal to base URL function with send email controller slash send method, so form data has been submitted to this send method. In this form first we have write input type is equal to text with attribute name is equal to name and placeholder is equal to enter name. In this form, programmer can enter their name. For validate this form field we have use HTML5 validation and we want to require this field, so here we have simply write required attribute. After this we have defined second field and here we have write text area tag with attribute name is equal to address, and here we have also write required attribute. In this field programmer can enter their address details. Now we have write third field for enter email address of programmer, so here we have write input type is equal to email, and for required field validation we have write required attribute. Here we have use input type is equal to email, so this will directly validate email address in proper format or not, and here also we have right required for required field validation. Then after we have defined one select box with attribute name is equal to programming languages an array with attribute multiple and required. From this select box user can select multiple programming languages from select box by using this multiple attribute, and for required field validation here we have right required attribute. Below this we have defined another select box with attribute name is equal to experience and required attribute. From this select box user can select their experience and this field also required by putting required attribute. After this we have defined one more input tag with attribute type is equal to text name is equal to mobile placeholder is equal to enter mobile number, and here also we have right required attribute. In this text box we want to allow only number not text, so here we have right pattern attribute is equal /d star. This pattern will only allow to number, it will not allow any alphabet or any special character. Now we have right input type is equal to file with attribute name is equal to resume. In this field we have also right required attribute, and here we have also right accept attribute is equal to allow file extension. Here this accept attribute will only allow to select this file extension, so programmer cannot attach different file which extension not right here. After validate attach file now we have right text area field with attribute name is equal to additional information, and here also we have right required. In this field user can enter their additional information. Lastly we have defined submit button for submit form data for send mail with attachment, so here we have right input type is equal to submit, name is equal to submit, value is equal to submit. By clicking on this button programmer can their application to recruiter and form data has been sent to send email controller send method. Now we have go to send email controller, and here we have create send method. This method will receive form requested will send email with attachment to recruiter. Under this method we have write $subject variable is equal to application for programmer registration by $this input class object with post method, and under this we have write name. Here is a name of text box, and here we have generate unique subject for mail for reducing spam mail at recruiter side. Below this we have write $programming languages variable is equal to implode function with two argument like string delimiter and $this with input class object with post method with select box name programming languages. This code will convert selected multiple languages into string and store into $programming languages variable. After this we have write $file data variable is equal to $this with upload file function, and this function will upload attach file into this uploads folder. Now first we have create upload file function for upload selected file into uploads folder. Under this function we have write $config upload path variable is equal to uploads folder name. Here we have defined folder name for upload file. After this we have write $config allowed types variable is equal to world file and PDF file extension. It will check file must be of this extension, otherwise it will not upload selected file. Now we have write $this with loader class object loader with library method with two argument like upload and $config variable. This code will load upload library under this function with configuration which we have defined in $config variable. Now we have write if statement and under condition we have write $this with upload library class object uploaded with do upload method with file tag name resume. This condition will return true if selected file uploaded into uploads folder, otherwise it will return false and it will execute else block of code. Suppose selected file uploaded successfully, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write return statement with $this with upload object with data method. This method return uploaded file data like file name, uploaded folder path, full path of uploaded file, file size in an array format. But suppose there is an error in upload file, then it will execute else block of code, and here we have write return statement with $this with upload class object with display errors method. It will return error in string format. Now we have go to send method, and here we have write if statement and under condition we have write is array file with $file data variable. This condition will check if this variable data type is array, then it will execute if block, otherwise it will execute else block of code. Suppose this condition false, that means there is an error in file uploading and it will execute else block of code. Under this block we have write $this with session class with set flash data method with two argument like message, and there is an error in attached file. Here we have stored this error message under session. Now we want to redirect page to send email index method, so here we have write redirect method, and under this we have write send email controller name. But suppose file uploaded, then it will execute if block of code, and here we have write $message variable is equal to HTML code like programmer details, and after this we have define one table. In this table we have defined one table row with two table data tag. In first table data tag we have write name, and in second table data tag we have write $this with input with post method with text box name. Same way we have defined second table row with two table data tag. In first table data tag we have write address, and in second table data tag we have write $this with input post method with text area name address. Below this we have defined third table row with two table data tag. In first table data tag we have write email address, and in second table data tag we have write $this with input post method with text box name email. In four table row we have defined two table data tag. In first table data tag we have write programming language knowledge, and in second table data tag we have $programming languages variable. After this we have defined sixth table row with two table data tag. In first table data tag we have write experience year, and in second table data tag we have write $this input post select box name experience. Then after we have defined seventh table row with two table data tag. In first table data tag we have write mobile number, and in second table data tag we have write $this with input post method with text box name mobile. Lastly we have defined eighth table row with two table data tag. In first table data tag we have write additional information, and in second table data tag we have write $this with input post method with text area name additional information. This way we have store whole form fields data into this $message variable. We will use value of this variable in email body. Now we have write $config variable is equal to array with first key protocol value set to SMTP. This is mail sending protocol. In second SMTP host key and in value we have defined this SMTP server address. In third key we have write SMTP port and in value we have write 80. Here we have defined SMTP port. In fourth key we have write SMTP user key and in value we can define SMTP username. Here you have to define your SMTP username. In fifth key we have write SMTP password and in value we have to define password of SMTP. Here also you have to define your SMTP password. In sixth key we have write mail type and in value we have write HTML. This is email type and here we have defined HTML email type. This way we have defined email configuration in $config variable in array format. Now we have write $this with load library method with two argument like email and $config variable. It will load email library under this function with configuration which we have defined under this $config variable. Below this we have write $this with email library with from method and under this we have write $this with input class with post method with email text box. Here we have defined from email address which we have get from text box with name email. After this we have write $this with email library with to method and under this mail we have defined this email address. Here we have defined recipient's email address. Below this we have write $this with email library with subject method and under this we have write $subject variable. Here we have defined email subject. Now we have write $this with email library with message method and under this we have write $message variable. Here we have defined email message body. After this we have write $this with email library with attach method and under this we have write $file data full path variable. Here we have defined file path which we want to attach with email. So this way we can attach file with email in Codeigniter. Here $file data full path variable value has been get from upload file method. Now we have write if statement and under condition we have write $this with email library with send method. If email successfully send then it will execute if block of code. After successfully email send with attachment now we want to remove uploaded file, so we have write if statement and under condition we have write delete files method with $file data file path variable. Here this condition will check if file successfully removed then it will execute if block of code and this delete files is a Codeigniter file helper class function. After successfully removed a file now we have write $this with session class with set flash data method with two argument like message and application sended. Here we have store message under session library set flash data method. We will display this message after successfully email send with attachment after page redirect to send email controller. Now we want to redirect page to send email controller, so we have write redirect method with send email controller name. This code will redirect page to index method of send email controller. Now we want to display success or error message on above form, so we have go to sendemail.php view file, and here we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $this with session class with flash data with message. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $this with session class flash data method with message argument. This code will display message page has been redirected to this send email controller. So here our code is ready. Now we have check output in browser. Friends, here we can see Codeigniter welcome page. Now we want to load send email controller, so we have simply write send email in URL. Now it has been called index method which loads send email.php view file in which we have make simple programmer registration form. Now we have directly click on submit button, then form has not been submitted and received message like name field is required, so here we have enter John Smith, and after this we have click on submit button. Again we have received validation message like address field is required, so we have enter address and click on submit button. After click on submit button we have again received email address field is required, so here we have enter email address, so when we have enter email here it is also check email address is in proper format or not, so here we have enter johnsmith@gmail.com. After click on submit button, so we have again received programming language field is required, so here we have select PHP and MySQL and again click on submit button. Now we have received experience field data is required, so we have select number of year of experience and again click on submit button. Again we have received mobile number is required. So in this field we can only enter number. If we have enter any, then it will fire error message on web page, so here we have enter mobile number. Now we have click on submit button, so now we have received attach resume file is required, and here we have put validation to select only Word and PDF file only, so when we have click on file tag, then from local computer we can only see allowed file extension file. We cannot see other extension file for select, so here we have select resume Word file. So again we have click on submit button, and lastly we have received this additional information field is required, so we have enter additional information. So here are all validation working properly. Now we have click on submit button. After click on submit button, we have can process of our form data with attach file with mail and process. We have received success message like application successfully submitted. Now we have go to email account where email has been received, so here we can see email has been received, and here we can see attach file which we have attached at the time of form filling, and in email body we can see application details in table format. So here are code on how to send email with file attachment in Codeigniter framework. For file attachment we have first upload file in folder, and then after we have attach file with email, and after successfully sending of email we have removed file from folder. So here are video tutorial on how to send email in Codeigniter with file attachment. So if you are beginner in Codeigniter, then it will helpful to you. If you have any query regarding this video tutorial part, please comment your query in comment box, and if you like this video tutorial, please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly, keep watching our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial.